Manta Lodge Hotel and Dive Center officially opens for business. Pre-action protocol letters served to E-IDCOT. Dr. Roy Cape laid to rest, and in sports, we bring you updates on the Secondary Schools Football League. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Monday, 16th September 2024. To our top story this evening. After 10 years of renovations costing over $29.3 million, Manta Lodge Hotel and Dive Center is now open for business. The hotel has been branded under the Choice Hotel chain and is part of the Ascend Hotel collection. However, it is being managed by E-IDCOT. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine explained why that decision was taken and why it took longer than expected to open. Candice Jackson has the details.
Manta Lodge Hotel was originally purchased by the THA for $8 million in 2014.
When you inherit a bad investment, you just have to roll with the punches, bring it to completion, and find a way to make profit on the back end.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine recapped the 3-year journey leading to the opening of the hotel and dive center. When Augustine took office in 2021, renovations were still ongoing, managed by E-IDCOT. In February 2023, the keys were handed over along with a $27 million bill, but the hotel was not yet guest ready. E-IDCOT then took over the project, spending an additional $2.3 million to complete it.
There was incomplete or inadequate outfitting of guest rooms, and so E-IDCOT had to custom order patio furniture, safes for the rooms, irons and ironing boards. The commercial kitchen was incomplete, and so they had to complete the outfitting of the commercial kitchen.
Augustine added that suitable laundry equipment was needed along with installation of security cameras and other features. Fire safety certification had to be completed, and additional work, including repainting, was also necessary to get the hotel fully ready for operation.
We found that the paint in the bedrooms were just falling off the wall, literally, so they had to be repainted.
They also had to address a termite problem. Meanwhile, Augustine explained that they were considering how the hotel would be managed. Initially, the plan was for a private company to oversee its operations.
And after putting it out to tender, I'm advised that none of those who placed bids passed the technical stage of the tender operation.
The THA decided to have E-IDCOT manage the 20-room boutique hotel with branding by Choice Hotels under the Ascend collection, similar to E-IDCOT's arrangement with Hyatt in Trinidad. The opening of Manta Lodge is expected to boost dive tourism in East Tobago. The hotel operates with eco-friendly standards and employs 25 people from the Speyside community. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Well, a pre-action protocol letter has been served to the Eco-Industrial Development Company of Tobago Limited for failing to comply with a Freedom of Information request. This was revealed by Minority Leader Kelvin Morris at a PNM meeting in Belgarden last night. Candice Jackson tells us more.
Minority Leader Kelvin Morris believes there is corruption in the management of the Manta Lodge Hotel.
And we wanted to find out what is the whole deal with this arrangement, because when you sift through the arrangement, it looks incestuous. It looks it looks clear. There are clear issues of conflicts of interest in that matter.
This is why he supported a private citizen's attempt to file a Freedom of Information request with E-IDCOT, the project managers. However, E-IDCOT denied the request, claiming they are a private company and are not required to comply with FOI requests.
Who provides E-IDCOT with funding? The THA. Who appoints E-IDCOT board? The THA. So then who lawyer would advise this administration that this E-IDCOT is not a public authority as prescribed by the Act?
Unwilling to accept this, a private citizen, with the help of lawyers, delivered a pre-action protocol letter to E-IDCOT seeking compliance with the FOI request.
The legal letter goes on to say, in the premises, we have advised our client that although E-IDCOT is an incorporated company with limited liability, it remains the subject of the Freedom of Information Act, since it falls within the definition of public authority.
Morris claimed that this move should not have been necessary, as the THA administration should be willing to follow through on its promises of transparency.
What do they really have to hide? Why don't you want to give the answers? What is it in this arrangement that is so sinister that you are even trying to hide behind the law when the law doesn't even give you cover to hide from the people of Tobago?
Morris urged Chief Secretary Fali Augustine to resolve this matter by September 25th, avoiding a court case. He stressed that the information could be provided easily and that doing so would prevent a costly legal battle. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
To some other news now, Dr. Roy Pappy Cape, a towering figure in Caribbean music, was laid to rest earlier today. His homegoing service was held at the National Academy of Performing Arts. Cape, who passed away on September 7, 2024 at the age of 82, leaves behind a legacy of over 50 years as a dynamic band musician and an influential presence in the soca and the calypso genres. Travicia Phillips tells us more.
Dr. Roy Cape's illustrious career spanned over 5 decades, during which he collaborated with Trimagonian icons like the Mighty Sparrow, Lord Kitchener, Black Stalin, and Blacks. In 1980, he founded the Roy Cape All-Stars, later rebranded as the All-Stars in 2017. His funeral was attended by many, including soca artists Destra Garcia and Voice, and calypsonian Winston Gypsy Peters and Len Booksy Sharp, who honored his influence on their lives and careers. Cape's daughter, Joanne Cape Julian, delivered a touching tribute, highlighting his humble beginnings and generous spirit.
He was a great provider, but he was always prepared to give the shirt off his back to help someone in need. He would give away his last penny and go without, but he always made sure that we had enough, and we didn't go without.
Winston Gypsy Peters shared a memory of meeting Roy Cape for the first time as a young man in New York. He highlighted Cape's modest background and selflessness, noting that while Cape was not wealthy, he consistently had enough to share with others. Peters personally experienced this generosity, having been a recipient of Cape's kindness.
But it doesn't matter where you came from and what background you come from. As long as inside of you reside the resilience to succeed and to ensure that you do good instead of bad, you would always be remembered for the goodness that you have done.
Father Christo also spoke during the service, reflecting on the spiritual aspects of Cape's life. He remarked on the notion of transformation and redemption, stating,
"Out of nothing comes something, and you don't need a perfect path for conversion. As a matter of fact, you need an imperfect path for conversion. I'm a good for nothing wretch. Only by God's grace I'm here."
Dr. Roy Cape's passing marks the end of an era for the Trinidad and Tobago music scene, but his contributions will continue to resonate through the countless recordings and performances that defined his storied career. His legacy of generosity and musical brilliance will undoubtedly endure, cherished by all who had the privilege of witnessing his artistry. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
We take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Hey, the biggest and sexy.
Now here what's going on. You see this section? It makes me feel to move. You know why? It's called Pina Colada. I like Pina Colada.
Oh. Plead for angels to get them crave for. They really need it too. When you play with
oh my goodness. And as the name says, it is as creamy as it's sweet.
I never wanna leave cause the drinks them running for throw. But I really feel a vibe every time I start right down and up and like this. Man, it's nothing like this. Not too bad like you. For angel, me say something and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, you know I never stop.
This is pina colada, something nice with a little bit of spice, and of course, not once, but we're gonna do it twice. We are on the road with pina colada. Boom, boom.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
Welcome back. Opposition MP Devendranath Tanku spoke about the alleged corruption in the Ministry of National Security. He claimed that $5 billion was awarded in government contracts to businesses that did not go through the entire competitive procurement process, as per the first annual report of the Office of Procurement Regulation. Tanku said the protective services under the ministry had been stifled due to corruption. Ariana Scipio has the report.
The OPR report highlighted concerns about the excessive use of limited and non-competitive procurement methods, despite the new regime promoting open bidding. Opposition MP Devendranath Tanku mentioned that the procurement regulator Beverly Khan received whistleblower reports of illegal activities, including corruption and bid rigging. Tanku also accused the Ministry of National Security of failing to provide contract listings and properly account for billions spent without following proper procurement procedures.
Today, we have a fire service with 2,000 active firemen having to share 10 breathing apparatuses amongst themselves in the case of a fire. So 200 men have to use one breathing apparatus. So what will happen in a fire? Think of the idiocy of this situation and the danger to the fire officers. What is going to happen?
Tanku noted that there were ministers of national security, which he said was twice the level of incompetence running in the Ministry of National Security. According to Tanku, the TTPS is short-staffed and lacking vehicles, bulletproof vests, computers, and basic stationery in the stations.
The prison service is similarly compromised because they too are severely underfunded. Our Coast Guard has been crippled by the absence of working vessels. Just look at what happened in Tobago recently, in February this year.
He said that the Gulfstream vessel, which mysteriously appeared on the island shores, was able to infiltrate the country's territorial waters due to unknown circumstances resulting in the oil spill.
7 months later, we still have no answers from this government, even as a shootout reportedly occurred on the wreck a few weeks ago.
He also recalled the incident where a boat with 14 dead bodies was found floating off the coast of Belgarden, noting that it was only discovered when it reached Tobago shores. He said that the nation's borders were porous and blamed the Ministry of National Security for not doing its job.
While the PNM government facilitates billions in contracts being given to their friends, family, and financiers, our national security has been deliberately starved of resources and totally compromised. The very system which is supposed to protect you, taxpaying citizens of this country, compromised.
Tanku accused PNM officials of greed, claiming the country is controlled by white-collar criminals. He questioned whether the Ministry of National Security is concealing its awarded contracts, while protective services suffer from a lack of funding, asking where has the money gone. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
It was recently announced that Senior Superintendent Rodil Kirk and ACP Collis Hazel would be transferred to Trinidad. Chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, expressed his support for this change. He stated that the Tobago Business Chamber has always recognized the Commissioner of Police's ability and authority to deploy officers wherever she sees fit.
When the commissioner takes a decision such as this, it signals something to the population that she wants to see some sort of change. Maybe she wants to see an improvement. Maybe she thinks that there are other persons who are better suited to lead the TTPS efforts in Tobago, and she is going to deploy those persons to take charge.
George emphasized that the chamber has repeatedly stated that the TTPS Tobago division, being the smallest division, should not be ungovernable or unmanageable.
Some of the follies and frivolities we have seen the police in Tobago engaging in, such as trying to chase down and look for an Obia man, and things that really are of little moment or merit when you have at this present point 22 murders that have rocked Tobago for the year thus far.
He stated that the chamber fully supports and endorses the actions of the commissioner to make a change by bringing persons who are not closely connected to the community.
Persons who are not from Tobago to take charge, to take leadership, and maybe they might bring fresh ideas, fresh perspectives, and we may see some drastic improvement in terms of the policing effort and the efforts to reduce crime and criminality in Tobago.
He noted that the same methods can't be used repeatedly, expecting different results. He hopes to see positive changes and improvements concerning the level of safety and security in Tobago. Missing 14-year-old Linnell Noel and 1-year-old Caleb Noel from Point Fort in Trinidad were found in Tobago. Officers of the Child Protection Unit and the TTPS Tobago Division found the minors at a house in Scarborough. The TTPS stated that reports assured both children were safe and that the Children's Authority was contacted. The children were reported missing on the 11th of September 2024 at the Couva Police Station. The TTPS's Special Victims Department is continuing investigations into the matter. Ansel Dennis, political leader of the PNM Tobago Council, accused the Farley Augustine-led administration of repeatedly breaking the law, leading to several police investigations. Speaking at a PNM meeting in Belgarden on Sunday evening, Dennis explained to supporters why changing the administration has not been beneficial for Tobago. Here's more.
According to Ansel Dennis, political leader of the Tobago Council of the PNM, police search warrants being issued on members of the Executive Council was unprecedented until the current administration took office in 2021.
During the 16 years of Orville London leading the THA in Tobago, and during the last 4 years of Kelvin Charles and yours truly in the later half, we have never had any police investigations into the actions of any politician on the island of Tobago.
In July 2023, several members of the executive, including Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, had their homes searched and devices seized following the AudioGate scandal. Recently, Assemblyman Trevor James was also investigated on suspicion of using his office to illegally obtain an inspection sticker for his personal vehicle. Dennis claimed that these incidents reveal a failure by the Executive Council members to uphold their oath to follow the Constitution and the law.
And after doing that, from day one, they started breaking the law. And it started with AudioGate.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has denied any plot to use THA employees for spreading propaganda, stating that the recording in question was merely a snippet of a closed-door Saturday meeting that was never acted upon. Meanwhile, Assemblyman Trevor James has denied any wrongdoing and accused licensing officers of abusing their power and undermining the democracy of the THA.
The only threat to democracy in Tobago is Farley Augustine, Trevor James, and the rest of the criminal gang.
Dennis says the real threat to democracy is in the way the administration carries out its duties.
A threat to democracy is when you can own property in Tobago and the government feel they have a right to bulldoze it without due process. A threat to democracy is when you can have a job for 16 plus years, performing well, receive your latest performance appraisal,
and a secretary believes that they can write in a file to fire you, that is a threat to democracy.
Dennis also accused James of being a rogue element within the administration who will continue to break the law. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Our sports report is next.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
Like this. Don't worry, my wife will fuck it up. Make me happy whenever you fuck it. So me pick it very hard. Fiesta, fun.
This one is for the people and them who don't care what nobody else have to say about them.
Them none of cash. What you have, what you know about.
It's too early for that.
Too early, good all. Spend you but then enough 99. Girl, go to club, girl, right. Nice.
Who's the one friend can drink all the alcohol no matter what?
Put a bottle and spoon and a cup in my hand and a winding up on me man.
Dream.
To a sports report, we go to the latest on the Trinidad and Tobago Secondary Schools Girls Football League.
After a 7-year hiatus, competitive football returned to Bishop's High School ground yesterday as the home team hosted Mason Hall Secondary in the second round of the Tobago Zone Secondary Schools Football League. National under-15 player Jessie Lewis delivered her second hat-trick of the season, securing a triumphant homecoming for Bishops. The match's first goal came in the 37th minute after a lengthy wait. Lewis unleashed a powerful strike from a tight angle, leaving the goalkeeper no chance as it hit the back of the net. Just 3 minutes into the second half, Lewis doubled the lead, reacting quickly to a loose ball in the box. 2 minutes later, she showcased her national team quality with a blistering solo run that sealed the game for Bishops. Despite the victory, Lewis reflected on the missed opportunities in the post-match comments.
Could have scored at least 5 goals, judging from me missing or going over the bar. I feel that I could have just put it on the corner or just tap it in or something, but we have another game for that, and next time I'll surely do better.
In the first round, Lewis also shone, scoring a hat-trick in Bishops' 7-0 domination of Pentecostal Light and Life Foundation. Meanwhile, Signal Hill Secondary maintained their perfect start to the season with a commanding 6-0 win over Scarborough Secondary. Leah Marie Balfour was a standout player, scoring twice, while Takia Dennis, Kalilicia Taylor, Madison Campbell and Kalia Duke each contributed a goal in the rout. This followed their 6-0 opening round victory against Speyside High. In that match, played in rainy conditions at Signal Hill, Balfour broke the deadlock in the 26th minute, with Dennis adding a second goal just after the restart. Duke scored twice, while Taylor and Aliyah Baptiste also found the net. In other results from the girls' competition, Roxwood Secondary edged out Mason Hall Secondary 1-0, thanks to a decisive goal from Latanya McLawrence. Speyside Secondary, powered by Teresa Harry double and a goal from Hannah Winchester, comfortably defeated Pentecostal Light and Life Foundation 3-0. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Now to the Secondary Schools Football League Championship Boys, featuring Signal Hill Secondary and Sour North Secondary.
Signal Hill Secondary extended their unbeaten run in the 2024 Secondary Schools Football League Premier Division with a hard-fought 3-2 victory over Sour North at Signal Hill last Saturday. The home team staged an impressive comeback after trailing early in the first half, sealing the win with a dramatic stoppage time goal. Savano took an early lead when Jaheim Dankler from the back of the net in the 15th minute. However, Signal Hill responded quickly with Jermaine Morgan equalizing in the 31st minute. Followed just 2 minutes later by Kyle James' strike to put the home team ahead.
And that's another goal. Another goal for Signal Hill. A brilliant shot from without forcing a save from the goalkeeper. And then it was in number 9 in the person of James, Kyle James.
Sawa North refused to back down and Jelani Valentine restored parity in the 50th minute, setting the stage for a tense final 40 minutes.
With a nice stack, could he get it across? The cross comes in, head it on the far post, and goal! Goal! Beautifully worked play.
Just when it seemed that the match was headed for a draw, Israel Trim delivered a stunning free kick in the 2nd minute of stoppage time, sealing a crucial goal that earned Signal Hill their 2nd consecutive win for the season.
Over the bar. Inside, goal! What a beautiful kick! What a beautiful kick! What a beautiful kick! What a beautiful kick!
At Speyside, St. Benedict's College proved too strong for the home team, clinching a comfortable 3-1 victory over Speyside High. Adam Pierre opened the scoring for St. Benedict's in the 10th minute, with Cheyenne George leveling the match for Speyside in the 40th minute. However, Speyside's celebrations were short-lived as Shariah Mitchell restored St. Benedict's lead just before the half-time in the 44th minute. Ethan Trotman added a 3rd goal in the 60th minute, giving St. Benedict's a commanding lead that Speyside was unable to overcome. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
That's it for a sports report. More news and the weather after this.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
Here's what to expect of the weather tonight into tomorrow from the TNT Met office. Tonight, mostly fair and warm despite the odd overnight shower. Tonight's temperature should be around 28 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, mainly hot and sunny conditions despite the likelihood of a few spotty showers. There remains a low chance of the odd thunderstorm. A generally fair but warm night is expected. Tomorrow's temperatures should reach a high of 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 36 degrees Celsius. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 5:52 and sunset at 6:01. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Manta Lodge Hotel and Dive Center officially open for business. Pre-action protocol letters served to E-IDCOT. Dr. Roy Cape laid to rest, and in sport we brought you the Secondary Schools Football League updates. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.